in. It's been a while. I just want to check in with you guys, chat a little bit, see how everything's going, especially after this full moon in Pisces. I want to see how it's been treating y'all. And I got a few things that I want to talk about. I'm going to wait for some people to come in. I don't think anything heavy, really. I'm actually really looking forward to hearing from y'all. I want to hear the comments in the chat, and I think I'm mostly going to let the chat people drive the conversation tonight. But yeah, if people are being quiet, like Pisces can be, right? That's that energy we're dealing with right now. If people are quiet, then I don't know, maybe, we'll talk about the astrology. Maybe we can talk a little bit about this lockdown and what's going on. Yeah, maybe y'all can hopefully give me some feedback on what you're looking forward to getting out of this channel. And I'm going to talk to you about some things that I have planned for this channel that I'm really, really excited about. So let's see if people are coming in. Yes, they are. And I already got a like. Thank you. Thank you very much to whoever liked this, because, in YouTube world, it's a big deal. Likes and comments. YouTube doesn't really promote people unless they've got that. So let me know how y'all are doing, and let me see if I've got this up. Somebody say hi or something in the comments so that I can make sure. Yeah, I think I pulled it up now, because I didn't. If you did comment, I think I had it disabled oddly. I haven't done live in quite a while, but it should be enabled now. There it is. Hi, Green Eyes. Good to see you. And yeah, we're getting more people in. So tell me, how are y'all doing with this, full moon in Pisces? Oh, hi, into groove. Yes, good to see you too. Thank you. Let me know how y'all are doing with this full moon in Pisces. What did y'all do yesterday? Did you do anything? Did you do any kind of releasing? Did you let go? Thank you, Green Eyes. She says, you look beautiful tonight. Thank you. Thank you. I got my old lady glasses on because I can't read. I can't read these comments without my old lady glasses. I'm sorry if I'm looking like a librarian, but you got to work what works, right? But yeah, so let me know what y'all did yesterday. I cleaned house. I have fresh little doggies, and fresh room, and everything, and then I really spent a lot of time in prayer last night. And you know what, it got a little bit emotional. I mean, and I'm hearing that is for like a lot of people. Pisces is a water sign. So did any of you cry yesterday, or any of you feeling sentimental or mushy, anything like that? Did that come up for you guys yesterday? Hi, Pro Writer. Thank you for joining. And yeah, I cleared my decks out also overnight. Hi, T. Witten. Good to hear from you. I cleared my decks out last night. I put them out in the... Yeah, you know what? I don't want to say your name, because I'm going to tell you, my little spidey senses went off about that name. You know who you are. And I'm not going to repeat it because I think I know where you're going with that. So let's move along. I'm trying to keep this a family-friendly live, right? Okay, so I cleared my decks, last night, is back on topic. And that was good. I mean, I've heard some people have been getting emotional. I had some clients come in, requesting readings and telling me like, what is going on? I feel like I want to withdraw. I feel like I'm lost. I've heard Pisces people saying that, Virgo people saying that I feel lost, And then I heard a Leo talk about what the hell is going on with this lunar energy. And, you know, Pisces can be very, yeah, Neptunian, right? Out to lunch. Are we coming or going? You know, this type of thing where you just gotta, you know, flow with it is what and maybe that's easier for me than some other people because, thank you for the like, whoever just gave that. Um, I've got a lot of Pisces placements. For those of you who don't know, my natal chart, I've got a Pisces moon, Venus, Jupiter, Black Moon Lilith. So yeah, I've unfortunately flowed with some things in my life that I should not have. But I think given the energy, we are all having to flow with things that maybe, you know, we don't want to, but you know, there's a right time and season for everything. That's something I've had to learn with Pisces energy in my natal chart of when to go with the current and when to swim against it. But I think the times right now are just such that collectively we're having to kind of flow with the current. So yeah, Enda Groove is saying feeling like $100. So yeah, well, I'm feeling like $1 million. How about that? I'm feeling like $1 million. Can I law of attract that in? Can I, you know, name it, claim it? Because I'd love about $1 million right now. Wouldn't you? Cool million. That would solve a lot of problems. It doesn't solve everything, but you know, it makes life more comfortable. So y'all are quiet about this full moon. I mean, did y'all notice anything kind of, have y'all felt this feeling like, where are we going? What direction is this going in? Where do I belong? Have you felt like pulling back? Have you felt like withdrawing? Have you, dream activity. Ooh, dream activity should probably be heightened for a lot of people right now. Have any of you been getting any kind of crazy dreams or visions or synchronicities? This is all very Piscean. Y'all are quiet. Some quiet people tonight. Yeah, Green Eyes is saying, where is the world going? What's wrong with people? Absolutely. This is what I've been feeling myself, Green Eyes. Because I don't relate, you know, I don't relate to a lot of what's going on here, you know, but then again, I've got like 3 Aquarius placements and 4 Pisces placements. And I heard one reader say the aliens of the zodiac are Aquarius and Pisces. So, you know, I'm going to ignore this person who wants me to say their name. And I'm just going to tell you, you need to clean it up or I'm going to have to block you. And I know I'm saying it with a smile on my face and I'm being really nice, but for real, okay? See, there's MK right there. Good to see you, MK. She'll knock it out the park. She'll take care. She'll take care of, you know, people who need to be taken care of, but maybe not on this platform, if you know what I mean. I'm doing all right, MK. Thank you for asking. Yeah, we've got somebody on here who has an interesting screen name. It's quite suggestive. I think they're in need of something. And, you know, yeah. Yeah. He wants you to say his name. Yeah, I don't want to venture down that trail because yeah, we're gonna have to. It's gonna move from family friendly real fast. T Witness saying I got another COVID vacation because a coworker tested positive. I feel lost, bored, and pissed. Yeah, well, I love how you put testing positive in the quotations because there's been a lot of news out suggesting that, you know, the tests that they're using to test people for COVID, the original scientist who created it, he specified when he created it not to use the test for this because it would create a lot of false positives. And what are they doing? They are using his test for the purpose he said not to. And so, yeah, what is positive anymore? You know, and apparently this COVID is a strain that can be in, well, I should say COVID bacteria is something that can show up in various strains of the flu. So, you know, I don't know what to believe anymore. It's clown world, as my Virgo friend says. It's wacko world, and you know, like going back to what Green Eyes was saying earlier. Where is the world going? What's wrong with people? I don't relate, because Alien here is like, these people have lost their damn minds. You know, they need to shoot their TVs. That's what's going on. Okay, they need to shoot their TVs. It's crazy because I think, unfortunately, a lot of the people who have watched my channel in the past, they do watch a lot of TV. I don't. I have not really watched TV for, I think I quit watching TV like around 2010. I mean, I do look at the news and all of that, obviously. You know, I'm online a lot, but we talk a lot in the spiritual community about frequency and that everything is frequency. But then when you start talking to people and saying, you know, do you understand that the frequencies that a television emits puts you in almost a hypnotic state? And this is not me being woo-woo and out there out to lunch. This is me talking about the science, the waves, the frequencies that are emitted from a television set. Put you in this kind of receptive, like you're just downloading, okay? They don't call it programming for nothing. And then when you look at how controlled that media is, how here in the United States, for example, over 90%, like I think, yeah, over 90% of the media is owned by 6 corporate conglomerates, you know, so there's a lot of control over the information that you're getting, and why are you getting it? Because there's monetary interests backing it. So even here on this forum and all the big platforms, those have gotten under control. So, I mean, there's things that I just can't say on here, or my videos will be taken down. This is not a free speech zone. And so, but people seem to, you talk to them and it just goes over their head. They're going to keep watching the stupid box and wondering why they are just eaten up with all this fear. And I walk outside and I'm breathing my fresh air with a big smile on my face, and they don't know what I'm high on. I'm just high on fresh air. That's what I got. You know, and no frequencies coming in from televisions. You know, that's it. This is called normal. Yeah, and I have to say, as a side note, again, another alien moment. I've been getting the fluoride out of my water since 2013. Yeah, 2013. And I've had fluoride-free toothpaste, you know, since then as well. And so again, those of you who have not done your homework and research and study, you know, you don't understand that fluoride, again, Harvard studies, look it up online, have demonstrated that when you have fluoride in your water supply, your toothpaste, it lowers IQs and it makes people very docile. Very easy to manipulate. See? Oh shit, the Aquarians talking. God help us. Aliens coming out. I know some of you are like, who is this girl? Like, you know, see, I start losing people. You start getting real and talking the truth on here, and people can't handle it. And they want to tune out because I'm not affirming their false paradigm. And if you are listening to the stupid box every day, you are in a false construct. You're looking at a reality that's not real. And when I go outside and I see all these people behaving the way that they are, I'm like, oh my God, they're drinking the Kool-Aid. They are drinking the Kool-Aid, something serious. And they're looking at me like, you know, I'm crazy. Thank you, MK. I don't know what happened because I wasn't paying attention to it, but I trust your. She said, "Ryder got a ride somewhere else." Yeah, yeah. See, I had some spidey senses on. I think that Ryder wants to get anyway. Hey, welcome to YouTube. You know, we've always got to keep it real on here, at least as real as YouTube will let us. There's always going to be, you know, that person on YouTube. So that's why we have moderators like MK to knock them out. But yeah, MK is saying, yeah, my dad filtered out water since I was very young. But I do use it in toothpaste. Yeah. Yeah, we've been fluoride free for years. And again, you can research online. There are people who say that it calcifies your pineal gland, which I don't really know what science is backing that claim, but hell, you know. Again, if you research where they're getting fluoride from, and it's not the natural, it's the industrial fluoride is coming from, again, study that. I don't want to get off on a whole tangent about it because some of y'all just put you to sleep, but for those of you who care about it, research it. Bad stuff. You don't want it in your toothpaste. You don't want it in your water. I mean, I'm still getting it when I shower, you know, or if you go to the pool or whatever, there's, you know, and you can absorb that through your skin, but at least I don't drink it. I filter my water out. I've been doing that for, yes, actually since 2014. So, MK saying I have an amazing shower filter. I know you can get some shower filters that will take the fluoride out, but they're on the pricey side, and I haven't gotten it yet. She says I got it in Canada. I imagine we could get it online. And, you know, how many of you are doing a lot of online shopping right now? Like, it's gotten crazy because these locals, I mean, I'm all into, you know, keep your money in your local economy, shop local, support your small business owners and your artisans and your, you know, craft people in the farmers market. Like, I'm really big into that, but some people are just getting crazy. It's like, look, do you want to do business or not? You know, and it's no wonder that Amazon, Jeff Bezos, is getting filthy rich right now. Because I tried to order from somebody directly, it was online, and then they couldn't even fulfill the order. And I'm like, what the hell are you people doing? Do you want to do business or not? And I ended up going and buying the same thing from Amazon. Because the guy's got his act together. I mean, you know, love it or hate it, the dude has his act together, and that's why he's getting filthy rich off of this right now. I wish I had owned some stock in Amazon before the shit hit the fan. T. Witten saying fluoride is a neurotoxin. Absolutely. And so are all those vaccines. They're loaded with aluminum and derivatives of aluminum like thimerosal. I could go on, you know, and people just injecting their kids with that, and they're wondering why autism is, you know, so prevalent now. Well, it's a neurotoxin. You know, I've heard some doctors say that's a chemical lobotomy. It's a chemical lobotomy. MK said my street store went out of business in my hood. Yeah, it's sad. It's sad, and you know what's terrible is that they are going along with it. I will partially blame it on the local business owners. I see what's going on. They're allowing themselves to be run out of business. They are complying with regulations that MK saying they can't afford the rent. Well, yeah, I mean, oh, that's a whole nother thing. Like, what the hell's going on with real estate prices right now? People are in la la land, okay? The Titanic is sinking and people are down in the bar having a few drinks and listening to the band is what's going on. And I try to warn people over on Vimeo when I put out the money readings over there for the last portion of this year, and didn't get a lot of views on that because people don't want to hear it. This is what they're doing. La 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 la. This is what they're doing. Okay, I try to warn you. Shit. You know, I mean, people just, I don't know, they're just out to lunch. MK saying I can't afford my rent, but they can't evict me right now. Yeah, I mean, thank God there's, you know, an eviction ban to protect people right now. But when that gets lifted, we're going to have an eviction crisis because suddenly the courts are going to be flooded with all these landlords filing eviction, and people are going to be how many months behind. And that's something I talked about on my money readings over there on, I put out a collective message where I talk about this, that, you know, we're looking at an eviction crisis probably occurring. What I'm hearing professional real estate experts say is that it could be as soon as Christmas time this year. Isn't that horrible? Horrible. And then really in full eviction crisis by next spring and all throughout next fall. And then after that, then the next tidal wave coming is a foreclosure crisis, but that's couple years down the road because it's gonna take a lot longer, right, to foreclose on a home. Yeah, let's see. MK is saying suburb pricing going up, cities going down. Well, I mean, this is something I've heard a lot of people talk about, is like, what is going on? It's like, we're in the twilight zone. How is it that housing prices haven't gone down? I was just talking to my daughter about this today because we're looking to move. But she's like, the prices have not gone down. And it's kind of shocking because you would think that it would, you know, but no, I think what's happening is you've got a lot of landlords who are risk adverse. They want to make sure that if they get a tenant in, that you're very, very well qualified, or that they have enough deposit down to cover their rear, because they know, given the current circumstances, if you can't pay, they're SOL. They really are. And so, I want to go back to, yeah, Green Eyes is saying, I just said that last night to my friend who's drinking the Kool-Aid. A lot of people, you know what, and I've got another friend of mine who's very much awake, and she's been, you know, in contact with me a lot over the last month or so, and she's been asking me, like, what is going on with people? Why are people behaving like this? And it's just shocking. And I told her, I said, listen, I'm not going to feel sorry for them anymore. I'm not. You know, because I used to try to talk to these people. I used to try to reason with them. And, you know, I told her, I said, frankly, my belief is it's 2020. We're in the information age. We have been since the mid-90s. If you're not awake and you don't know what is going on right now, you don't know what the real story is. Because this is all cover story, you know, that's on the news. If you don't know what's really going down right now, you're willfully ignorant. You don't want to know. You haven't been asking the questions. You haven't been listening to both sides of the story. You haven't been doing your homework and listening to all perspectives and making up your mind for yourself what the truth is. What you've been doing is sitting in front of that stupid box and get spoon-fed a message that's been carefully packaged for you for a purpose. And what I'm seeing going on right now on a mass scale is kind of scary to see how many people are drinking the Kool-Aid and just eaten up with fear. Absolutely eaten up with fear. It's shocking to me. But I told her, you know, I'm not going to feel sorry about it anymore because these are people who don't want to know. If you don't know the truth by now, it's because you don't want to know the truth. You are fighting to maintain a false paradigm. You're having trouble accepting or integrating the reality of what's really going on in this matrix. Sorry, I'm getting too alien on y'all. T-Witness saying 2008 all over again. Yeah, well, yeah, I mean, if you sit and really listen to these real estate experts, they're saying, actually, it's going to be worse than 2008. People just don't know. I'm telling you, this is like Titanic going down. And these people are in the bar listening to the band, okay? And they don't even know what's hit them. I'm telling you, this is the quiet before the storm. Don't get comfortable. Don't get complacent. Oh, the government's going to take care of me. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see how that works out. I remember I had a girlfriend who was losing her home around that time, 2008. I had several friends who lost their homes in 2008. And I remember she told me, oh, Obama's going to save me. Obama's going to save me. I saw it on the news. They've got a plan to help me so I won't lose my house. Guess what happened? She lost her house. Obama didn't save her. I'm telling you, the government is not your daddy. Not your daddy. I know. So MK saying it's a great time to invest. Yeah, if you have the money, buying and investing will be a good time. Absolutely. And that's something that I advise people about in that money report on Vimeo. Silver is really good right now. Cryptocurrency is really good right now. And stockpiling. MK is saying, I got EBT for groceries, but I'm looking for a job. Girl, I'm praying for you. I am praying for you. Use those, use that EBT really strategically. Try to stockpile if you can. Try to, like, you know, when I can, what I'm doing is I'm getting double of things. Because have y'all noticed that they're running out of certain things at the store? And like, we just finally yesterday got some pancake mix that we couldn't find for 3 months. I went on to Amazon to get it, and they were selling the pancake mix for, it's like a $5 product. They were selling it for 20 bucks on Amazon. And I told my kids, I said, look, I'm crazy, but I ain't that crazy. I'm not paying 20 bucks for this pancake mix, okay? But I'll tell you what I will do is when they restock, I'm gonna take that 20 bucks and I'm gonna get 4 of those damn things and stockpile it. So if that happens again, I'm good. That's what I'm gonna do. And I mean, you know what, it's just this other things I've been hearing is that, you know, there are food shortages that are being predicted for next year. Similar to the toilet paper shortages that we had this year. And it's not because there's going to be a shortage of food per se, but because of people, you know, stocking up. And again, probably being driven over the fear that is being pumped into their, you know, through the stupid box. And yeah, MK saying all the stores take it now too. Whole Foods, Trader Joe's, even Amazon for food. I know, this is great. Hey, I've studied this before. You know, there's no excuse. If you're on food stamps, and you know what? I had to go on it for a while when after my divorce. I had 3 kids, no child support. And I'm just going to be like really honest with you guys. I had to learn, you know, and I'm going to tell you, if you're in a situation like that, MK said never was on it till now. I know, they're doing it to everybody. Shit. You know, I mean, what choice do you have if you can't work? No judgment at all. And a lot of us, myself included, we paid it way into this. years before we even took from it for honest reasons, you know. But I wanted to say that people that are on food stamps, they can eat well on food stamps. You know, you can go to Trader Joe's, you can go to Whole Foods, buy in bulk if you can. I know a lot of them don't allow you now because of COVID. They don't allow you to, you know, purchase from the bulk food section. At least here where I live, they've shut down the bulk food section. But that's a great way to save money, is to do that. Yeah, Trader Joe's has got some really good deals. MK saying that's the cheapest. I agree. Another idea is that a lot of people don't know about this, but there are food pantries. And like if you do a Google search of the word food pantries and you put in your zip code, you can find out who in your area is giving away free food. And some places give away a lot and some don't, you know, but it supplements. And when I went through hard times after my divorce, you know, I found like in the area where I was living, it was Trader Joe's and Whole Foods who were donating to these food pantries. So we got really high quality food, because you know what basically what these groceries do is the grocery stores, what they do is, if the item is about to, let's say it's going to expire soon, or they try to clear it out and it didn't sell, well, they donate it to local food pantries, and then they write it off on their taxes so they don't take a loss for the food. And we got a lot of stuff there. We got like fresh artisan bread, and you know, you could just you know, it might have been like a day old or something, but I mean, we would use it. We loved it, you know. And then whatever I didn't get at the food pantry, then I could use, you know, EBT to supplement and fill in the blanks to make out a meal, you know. So I'm sharing this with you guys because I want you to know, if you are down and out, my heart really goes out to you, because I have been in your shoes and I've had to learn, you know, how do you eat well? How do you feed a bunch of children and yourself and eat well when, you know, you really can't afford to and you don't have the support? And let me look at the comments here. MK saying that Amazon is cheaper for food. I haven't done that. I'm going to look on there. I just know that there's some people on there, like when that pancake mix ran out, there's some people on there that were selling it for 4 times the amount. And I heard like situations going on with that with the toilet paper earlier this year, where they were selling toilet paper for a ridiculous amount of money on Amazon. So I guess you got to be careful. MK saying New York has a lot of food pantries available. This is good. This is real good. So yeah, there might be, I'm putting it out there because there might be other people who are watching who are trying to figure out, like, how do I piece this together right now? How do I survive? How do I make this work? And, you know, what did Green Eyes say? What people aren't doing is reading, and that's very sad. Yeah, they aren't reading. I agree, Green Eyes, if you're still there. You know, it's like a lot of people don't read. This is a sad thing. Look at my book back there. I wrote a book, and a lot of people don't read. That's why it's not only in print, it's on Audible, and it's on Vimeo, and in video format and audio format, and then I've got it on ebook. But the reality is, a lot of people don't read, and that's a pretty harsh reality for somebody who's got a degree in professional writing. Now you know why I'm on YouTube, right? Video content is king. So MK saying, want to buy a Cartier watch or Chanel bag. I'm selling stuff. Yeah, I'm on lockdown with my my spending, MK. Let's pray it in though for you. Let's get a buyer for you in Jesus' name. Oof. But yeah, I've gotta stop. I've gotta stop. I'm really trying to stay away from Amazon. It's gotten kind of addictive. I'm just like, well, I just order everything. And I started buying from Thrive as well. I don't know if y'all are familiar with that. It's kind of like a Sam's Wholesale Club or a Costco, but it's all natural. And it's based out of California, I believe. So I just go on there and I order my groceries. I don't have to deal with them. And I even started doing a little bit of takeout, picking up my groceries at the grocery stores here. Aldi's, oh my God, go to Aldi's. They're cheap too. And they have healthy stuff. That's a good place to shop. But I started just doing pickup because I don't want to go in there and deal with those crazy ass people looking at me nuts because I'm not looking nuts. Like, why am I so happy? Why do I have a big grin on my face? They're looking at me crazy. Like I'm in another zone. Like I'm in the Twilight Zone. MK saying, oh, I told the clones I have on YouTube, you can buy my stuff and play Beat Me with props. Yeah. Newman 99 is saying, aren't audiobooks more time efficient though? For some people they are. I mean, there's like a lot of people who want to listen to something while they're working because the work they do is just mind-numbing, like truck drivers. I mean, they've got to keep their eyes on the road, right? So they can't watch a YouTube video. Let's hope not. But yeah, they listen to audiobooks. And so that was one of my reasons for putting it on audios, to appeal to a different segment, or just people who are maybe working some kind of, I don't know, working at the post office, but not at the front counter or anything, but behind the scenes sorting stuff or whatever. And they've got their earbuds on and it's just kind of mindless, repetitive work, and they want to listen to something that's stimulating. They can listen to those audiobooks. So it didn't stop me from, doing my blog, but it's kind of the same issue there. How do you get people on a blog? There's only a certain kind of person that is gonna read blogs, and so it's quite a challenge for me to get to those people, and I even embed videos in those blogs. So if people get to the blog and they're like, yeah, I don't want to read all this, they can watch it because there's a corresponding video. So T Witten saying, I've been dehydrating my own survival food. Awesome. Oh, I mean, I don't have a dehydrator, but I'm about to get hardcore up in here and do some freezer cooking, okay? Which I haven't done in a while, but I'm thinking of making like a bunch of stocks and soups and putting them in Ziploc bags and in my freezer so that we can just pull them out during the winter time. I used to do that a lot when my kids were younger. Last few years got away from it. So, but yeah, I'm in this like stockpiling mode where I'm buying 2 of everything because I'm just like, I don't want to deal with these crazy people down at the store, and what if they run out again? And I'm getting a head start on the zombies because I'm going to tell you what, they're going to come out. They're going to come out next year is what I'm hearing with these food shortages, and I'm going to be sitting pretty on my stockpile. And I'm not giving my address out. If y'all get hungry, you're going to have to figure it out. Y'all get hungry in 2021, you're gonna have to figure it out because I got my stockpile situated under lock and key. Yes, Books is saying, what is the name of your book? Thank you for asking. It is Healing from Narcissistic Abuse. Recover from empathy deficient relationships and emotionally unavailable people. So you can get it on, 4 different platforms, okay? It's on Amazon Kindle. Amazon in print, Amazon audio, the Audible. If you go, you can usually look in the links down below in the description box, and there's hyperlinks to get you there. But yeah, I think a lot of people actually have been dealing with narcissism and they don't even know what it is. Like, I didn't know. And I mean, I had gone to counselors and therapists over family and marriage issues for years, and they would never just spell it out for me and tell me what the hell I was dealing with until I really started studying for myself. And then I'm like, oh my God, now I get it. Light bulb went off, you know. And I have some people who, you could actually read some people who read this book. They left reviews on Amazon. I had a couple people tell me after they read the book that they didn't completely realize how far-reaching this problem is. I do think that we're dealing with a lot of narcissism right now. And so it's good to be aware of this stuff. So Newman 99 is saying, aren't we all a bit narcissistic? That's a great question, because I think there's a distinction that has to be made. You know, like even in this book, I'm not calling anybody a narcissist, right? I'm not a doctor. I'm not labeling anybody, you know. But there are definitely narcissistic behaviors, and I think that's, you know, that we're all capable of. And I've caught myself at times doing some things as well. And so I think the more that people become aware of characteristics of narcissism, the more we check ourselves, you know, about our own behavior and what behavior we're allowing in our lives, whether or not a person is outright a narcissist, like clinically diagnosed, right? If they're just simply displaying narcissistic characteristics, we're able to identify it, whether it's in other people or within ourselves, and you kind of nip it in the bud. And I think it's becoming more and more important with, you know, society right now. I think we've gotten increasingly narcissistic. Increasingly. But Green Eyes is saying our nursing professors would listen to audibles while they were cooking dinner. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of people who, I mean, honestly, sometimes I get into this mindset where I need to turn off that inner chatter in my voice. And so sometimes when I'm going to bed at night, I'll just, if I'm not listening to music, I'll listen to somebody talking at me, because it's kind of like putting you in this receptive mode where you turn the brain off and you're just receiving. And that can put me to sleep, actually, as I'm going to bed. Or if I'm just cleaning house, sometimes I'm cleaning house or whatever, I have it going on in the background, if not music. MK is saying people misuse the term narcissist because real narcissists are dangerous, nothing less. Yeah, I mean, there's a spectrum. And, you know, you can get to this really dark zone of narcissism into sociopathy, being a sociopath. And that's, you know, and I think that some people are not that far off the scale in that direction. Some narcissists are very harmless. They're like coverts. They present as victims, so you don't even suspect that they are narcissists. And MK is saying most never get help because they think nothing is wrong. Absolutely. If you try to tell them, they're going to tell you you're the one with the problem because everything is working out great for them. And if you would just live your life the way that they do, you would be happy. And that they're happy. They don't know what your problem is. And by the way, I just saw this really cool video talking about talking. fallen asleep, listen to people talking. I watched this, it took me 2 days because it's really long. I don't know, most people here don't have the attention span. But if you go to a channel here on YouTube called actualized.org, guy named Leo is on there. He puts out a lot of spiritual content. This guy studies. I mean, he's well read, well researched before he films, and I very much respect that. He recently put out a over 2 hour long video on ego development, and I'm waiting for part 2 to come out. But in part 1, he discussed where most people are at in their ego development, and the way that he described some people in a very early stage of ego development. It sounded like he was talking about narcissists, and he was saying, you know, if you go talk to these people and you tell them that you have a problem, their attitude is like, yeah, well, that's your problem. And I mean, what am I supposed to do? I talk about that in the book. They're the it's not my problem people. You know. And so, but anyway, he had a very interesting twist on this. A very interesting theory, I thought, is that, you know, he's just like, okay, these people, they have a very underdeveloped ego, the kind of ego that some of us had when we were like, you know, teenagers, where it's like, well, yeah, it's all about me. I don't care about the consequences. I don't care about the rules. I don't care about whatever, anybody. Like, it's about me and my good time, you know? And that might have been a stage that we went through during our teen years, but we outgrew it. We matured. These people don't. They're stuck. They're stuck at that immature level of ego development. And so I just thought that was an interesting, for me, take on narcissism. I don't think he connected that. I can't remember if he connected that maybe narcissists fell in this category, but it was just another way to look at it, rather than blanketly put a label on them and say, oh, they're narcissists. You could say, with these people, their ego development is very poor, you know, very immature. They got stuck in their development in some way. Yeah, MK is saying they have no compassion or empathy. Yeah, I mean, unless it's about themselves, they're going to empathize with themselves all damn day. You know, poor me. What about me? You know? But when it's about you, well, not my problem, you know? Newman 99 is saying that's the case with most people. I would say, don't therapists just let their client come to a conclusion by themselves instead of telling them what they think is wrong? I think you're right. I mean, that's been my experience, and frankly, I don't like that. I wish somebody would have told me what the F was the problem. Excuse my French, you know, like, I don't like beating around the bush, reading between the lines. Like, lay it out plain for me, you know? I don't like them saying, you know, like, they would say stuff to me like, well, you need to love yourself more. I don't know what that means, you know? I mean, when you have, this is how you've been all your life, you don't know what that means. You just need to love yourself more. And then you try to do that, and you end up missing the target because you don't really know what the target is. Nobody's shown you, you know? And, or they'll say, you know, you should go to a Codependence Anonymous, you know, group, implying, you know, you're a codependent. Or, you know, you should really read that book, Codependent No More. That's like what I was told back in the late 80s, you know, when we were in family therapy and I was a teenager, you know. And so basically, they kind of labeled me without labeling me, but they didn't really tell me, hey, if you're a codependent, you know what that means. You're dealing with a narcissist. You're a narc magnet. And let me talk to you about narcs and how you need to deal with them. And when you learn how to deal with them, then I'm going to show you how to self-love, right? That's the self-love, and I talk about that in the book, that self-love, it's not about, you know, getting your hair and your nails done and shopping down at the mall and all that, okay? Taking a bubble bath, getting a massage. Self-love is about setting boundaries, healthy boundaries. And so, and then again, that opens up a can of worms. Like, well, how do I do that, you know? And a lot of therapists will say things like, well, you need to set healthy boundaries and maintain them. But again, you know, if you're coming from a background where anytime you try to set healthy boundaries and maintain them, you were punished. People retaliated, they made your life hell, you know, then you're thinking, this doesn't work. This doesn't work. And then you just relapse. You go back into people pleasing mode. And that's something that I talk to, you know, people about in this book, that if you are going to set boundaries, get ready for it. Get ready for it. It's not going to be easy. It's not a cure-all. I don't know why a bunch of people checked out, because I guess I was talking about narcissism and people don't want to hear about it. But let me look at the... let me look at the comments here. Oh, Green Eyes is saying, yes, we have one in the White House right now. You know, I think that the White House has been full of a lot of narcs, left and right. And it's been argued that most people in politics have got to have some high degree of narcissism in order to really excel. And that's sad. That's really sad. So let me go back and see, did I miss any comments? Because MK saying, my toilet paper lasted me 7 months. Oh my gosh, MK, are you like the person that messed up all the messed up all the stores? Yeah. I'm glad your family's helping you. I see that comment now. Well, okay, so since people don't want to talk about narcissism or listen to it, let's move on. And because we talked a bit about the lockdown, we talked a little bit about full moon in Pisces. And that's my dog barking. Somebody will get him. I have started filming fresh content for this channel. I wanted to share with you what's coming up next, but I would love to hear what y'all want to hear about. I would really love to hear what interests you. Are y'all into relationships? Some of you that stuck around, you want to hear about narcissism. I think a lot of people checked out of the building when I started talking about narcissism, oddly. They were piqued about, you know, lockdown. We were talking about that. We had a lot more people in. We were talking about lockdown. But again, as a content creator, I have to be very, very careful, because people are getting taken down left and right on this forum for talking about lockdown. And to tell you the truth, I post some things about it on my community page, and I hear crickets when I post, which is telling me that my audience is maybe not interested in what's going on with the economy, with the, you know, world. Like, they're more interested in what's going on a micro level rather than a macro level. So, okay, I'm going to share with you what I've got coming up, like next week. I'm going to release some videos next week. And in fact, I just finished working on one about what to do when your life feels out of control. And I think that a lot of people are dealing with this right now because of COVID. It's like, you know, you need to pay bills. You need a job. How do you do that when people are not hiring? Or, you know, they need to hire, but they're reluctant. And there's nothing you can do about it. You put your best foot forward, and you can't control, you know, what do you do? But the video also relates to people in relationships. I mean, What if you're in a relationship that you want to make it work, but the other person that you've partnered with doesn't? They want out, or vice versa. You know, you can't fix it. You can't change it. It's out of your control. Um, so I want to talk about that, you know, how to get your power back whenever your life feels out of control. And as some of you know, I recently recovered from a back injury. I'm doing a lot better now, by the way. And thanks to those of you who prayed for me. But I learned a lot during that time that I want to share with y'all, having to do with the emotional body, about this mind, body, spirit connection. You know, how sometimes what we're feeling in our bodies is an expression of something going on at an emotional level. And I found this very interesting emotional body map. So whenever I put out the video on that, I'm going to share it with y'all, and it'll be interesting. If any of y'all have gone through any kind of sickness or illness, it's interesting because you can look at it on this, you know, body map and pinpoint exactly where your pain is. And it might give you some insight on, is there, you know, what the emotional causality might be or connection. So another thing I want to talk about next is the masculine and feminine energy. Because I recently came across a channel, let me see what his name is. If I can pull it up. Because I don't want to miss, yeah, Aaron Doughty, I think. He's got a big YouTube channel with a lot of spiritual content. And he was talking about this masculine, feminine energy being a hot issue for this year. He thinks that a lot of people are dealing with it. And I don't know, I really listened to him, and as I was like dealing with this back injury, and it's crazy because I started thinking, oh my God, this is a divine message, because it came in divine timing, because, you know, I think that it might have some tie-in to my back injury, you know, that I've been maybe too much in masculine energy and needing to embody more feminine energy. And so I was wanting to share that with you guys in an upcoming video. Newman 99 is saying, I thought marriage was supposed to be till death do them apart. Yeah, I thought so too. I thought so too. I was married for 20 years. I'm a very committed person. North Node in the 7th house. Double fixed. I'm very committed. Yeah. And I don't know where that randomness came from, but anyway, I don't know where that came from, but I'm going to keep it moving on the conversation. So, yeah, if y'all want to check out Aaron Doughty's channel, that might interest you. Also, actualize.org. Those are some spiritual channels that I've been watching lately, just trying to get more insight, more healing, that I'm going to share and pass on to y'all when I talk about this, you know, masculine, feminine energy. And what else? I got some other little cheeky things coming up, like how to stop being lied to. Yeah, I got a video I'm going to put out about that. And I want to know what y'all want. You know, y'all let me know. I mean, I've got a lot of ideas, but, you know, love to hear what y'all think. And definitely would consider that. You know, whatever y'all leave in the comments, I'll consider it. And I hope y'all will. You know, those of you who are watching after this goes live, please let me know what you think in the comments down below, and what kind of content that you would like to hear more of on my channel. And I'm definitely going to take that into consideration. But Yeah, it's getting quiet, and I think I'm gonna go on and log off for now because, yeah, we're hitting about the hour mark. And so, those of you who made it to the very end, I really appreciate it. And please know that I'm wishing you guys all the best, and I'm looking forward to connecting with you again. If you want to chat again live, let me know. Maybe a weekly live, we could chat. I don't know. Just tell me what you think. Just an idea, okay? And please know that I'm wishing you guys all the best. I really am, and I'm praying for y'all, okay? Green Eyes is saying people are self-medicating these days. Job loss, home loss. You know there's no end in sight. Yeah. I don't know. Maybe that's something we could talk more about. You know, maybe talk more about this on this channel. But again, it's I get this feeling that people are Neptuned out right now, and I don't know if it's because of the full moon in Pisces. But it's Twilight Zone, clown world. Okay, people are living in an alternate paradigm, and when I start getting real with people and talking about reality, I get this deer in the headlights look like I'm from outer space. And I'm the one who reads. I read, I study, okay? And I'm not saying that I know everything and that I'm right all the time. It's just that I don't get my news from one source. And so it's a little disheartening when I get that kind of response from people. And even like my friend who's going through this, she's like, I'm not even going to bother talking to these people because they're going to think I'm a loon. And that's another problem going on. The people who are awake right now, spiritually and politically awake, they are feeling muzzled. They feel that they cannot speak up because they're going to be called a wacko. They're going to be called a conspiracy theorist. And I see our friend is back. Did you go for a ride? Did you have a nice ride? Oh, man. Green Eyes is saying, just had knee surgery, got my stitches out, and just had my physical therapy evaluation. Oh, I'm so sorry you're going through that. You gotta watch this video I'm gonna put out on the emotional body, okay? Because there's something, I'm not gonna say that everything is connected to your emotions, okay? But because like my Taurus daughter, she's very grounded, and when I was talking to her about this, she's like, come on, you're saying somebody gets into an accident and there's an emotional connection to that. Well, no, not exactly, but I don't know what caused it, Green Eyes. Maybe if you want to share, feel free. But, you know, if there's no physical explanation, oh, look at that. Did you really? All right, I'm going to say it. I'm going to say your name because you sent me, was that, I don't know, was that 9 pounds or what pounds? You just send me Bitcoin. Hell, I can't even read that. 19 pounds. It's not a dollar. Pro Rider. There you go. All right. Thank you for sending me whatever that was. And it's rupees. Rupees. Okay. All right. Thank you. But from now on, if y'all want to send me money, it's Bitcoin, damn it. Bitcoin. Y'all get that straight. No fiat currency. No more fiat currency. All right. Anyway. Where was I? I digress. Green Eyes, watch the video I'm going to put out on the emotional body because there might be a mind-body-spirit connection. Unless you got into some actual accident where there's a legitimate reason why this happened. But like in my situation, I had a back injury for no explanation, like why. And the only explanation you could come up with is stress. And so, you know, if you can't come up with any kind of physical explanation for it, then there might be an emotional body connection. So I hope you get better, whatever it is. I hope that you get better. And Pro Writer wants to know if I love him back. You know, if you send me about $1 million, no. You send me one Bitcoin, I'll love you back. For those of you who don't know, because y'all don't know about Bitcoin, I'm going to tell you. One Bitcoin right now costs $10,390.90 USD. You send me one Bitcoin, I'm gonna love you right back. Pro Writer says you do corruption. No, honey. No, honey. I deal in equity. I deal in equity. Yes. We got to keep it equitable here. Yes, Books is saying, I'm taking this time to learn something, always wanted to, but didn't have the time. Hey, seize the moment. I mean, really. I took some classes when this whole lockdown started. I took some classes and I launched stuff with my business and like I told people early on when this whole lockdown started in the spring, seize the moment, leverage this free time so that when you come out of it, you are stronger than you were when you entered it. All right, I'm gonna let y'all go. And yeah, he sent me 26 cents. All right. All right. Well, next time you show up on one of my live feeds and you want to donate, like I said, one Bitcoin, and then I'll show you some love, okay? Here's a funny one. He was a funny one. I enjoyed that. All right, I'm gonna talk to y'all again hopefully soon. Make sure you got the notifications button on, activated, so that you know when I release the next video, because I will be releasing it next week. All right? Talk to y'all again soon. Y'all take care. Be blessed.